Hello, my name is Joshua Mugabi. I welcome you to Biology King. In this session, we are going to talk about water. Explain the polarity of water. Water is made up of two hydrogen atoms covalently bonded to an oxygen atom. The oxygen atom has a high electronegativity and attracts the shared electrons more strongly. This results in polarity. The oxygen atom is slightly negative, while the hydrogen atom are slightly positive. Due to this polarity, water can form hydrogen bonds between the oxygen of one molecule and the hydrogen of another. Draw a diagram of two water molecules showing the intermolecular bonding between them. These are our water molecules. The oxygen develops a partially negative and the hydrogen have got a partially positive. There is a hydrogen bond created between one of the hydrogen atom and the oxygen atom. There is that partial attraction which creates the hydrogen bond, and that hydrogen bond is the one that we call the intermolecular bond between the two molecules. Distinguish between cohesion and adhesion with relation to water. Cohesion is when two identical molecules stick together. That is via intermolecular bonding. Adhesion is when two different molecules stick together, still via intermolecular bonding. Water molecules are cohesive. They can stick together via hydrogen bonding. The water molecules are adhesive with polar or charged substances. Describe the biological significance of cohesive and adhesive properties of water. The cohesive property of water results in water having a high surface tension, and this is due to the extensive hydrogen bonding. The adhesive property of water results in capillary action when in contact with the charged or polar surfaces. In cohesion, this is biologically significant as it allows small insects to move along the surface of water. For example, the water striders. Adhesion is biologically significant as it allows the transportation stream in plants. That is the flow of water against gravity. explain the thermal properties of water. Water molecules can form extensive hydrogen bonding between molecules, which requires energy to break. This means it takes a lot of thermal energy or heat to change the temperature or state of water. Hence, water has a high specific heat capacity and a high heat of vaporization / fusion. Describe the biological significance of the thermal property of water. Because water has a high specific heat capacity, it functions as an excellent biological coolant. Sweating results in evaporative cooling as ambient heat is absorbed to evaporate water. That is, it breaks the hydrogen bonds. This cools the air surrounding the skin and also directly draws heat from the skin. Compare water and methane. We shall start with the similarities. They have a similar size and molecular weight. Water is 18 daltons. Methane is 16 daltons. They have comparable valence structure, that is tetrahedroorbital, although water is bent due to unbonded pairs. Now let's look at the differences. Water has a significantly higher boiling point and melting point. Water has a higher specific heat capacity plus a higher heat of vaporization. Water has a higher specific heat capacity. This is because water is polar and can form hydrogen bonds. Methane is nonpolar and does not form hydrogen bonds. Distinguish between hydrophilic and hydrophobic. Hydrophilic substances are soluble in water. That means hydrophilic means water-loving. Hydrophobic substances are insoluble in water, meaning that hydrophobic means water-hating. Describe how the solubility of molecules affect their mode of transport within the blood. Ionic compounds, for example, salt, dissociate in water and are transported within blood plasma in a dissolved state. Glucose and other monosaccharides are water soluble and hence are transported freely within blood plasma. Amino acids are viterions and can be freely transported within blood plasma in an ionized state. Oxygen is soluble in water, but only in low amounts. Most oxygen is complexed to hemoglobin in red blood cells. Lipids, those are fats and cholesterol, are nonpolar and insoluble in water. Therefore, they are transported in blood as lipoproteins. Hello friends, thank you very much for participating in Biology King. I encourage you to subscribe.